Hello everyone, Jace here. So Konami's announced a new ban list for the OCG, so I'm gonna check it out, try to react to it, try to see what Konami's cooking. Let's look at it. So, based off the image, already they kind of spoiled that Cyberstein's getting banned, but let's just check it out. Kashtira Fenrir getting banned, okay. Superheavy Samurai Soulbreaker, Cyberstein, and Smoke Grenade. Why is Smoke Grenade legal in the first place? So Fenrir is kind of a pretty huge hit for Kashtira. That pretty much kills the combos, I think, for the deck, because that's like one of the main play starters. I know Unicorn's the other one, but like Unicorn usually search Fenrir. But yeah, that's pretty bad for Kashtira. It's also bad for decks that are using just 3 well, actually, OCG already had Kashtira limited, but like some decks were using just Kashtira as like a Pankratops, just a going second tool, which I don't think. I personally don't like Fenrir do it as that kind of option, but it is a valid option. Super Samurai Soulbreaker is I think that's the link. No, Scarecrow's the link. What's Soulbreaker? I think I'll check after this because there's no link to. Oh, actually, let's click on the source. I'm already quickly spoiled. Okay, here it is. Soulbreaker? What is this card? I don't think I've seen Super Samurais use this. Huh? Why is this one hit? Scarecrow's like the main play starter. But yeah. Cyberstein and Smoke Grenade. Why was Smoke Grenade even legal for this long? It is just not a fun card. I know. I don't think the OCG had as many problems with Infernoble Knights, which is why it might have been legal for so long, but like it was definitely a huge problem with the new level 9, or is it level 8? I think the new Power Tool Dragon Retrain was level 9. Yeah, that card was just way too strong for searching Smoke Grenade, and then you just pop it. That was just a little too dumb for just a free confiscation. But yeah, next up, Vermipal Monkey Board. And Circular. Okay, those are both getting limited. This one's coming off of Forbidden, and then this one's just coming from 3 to 1. This actually doesn't hurt Mathmech as much as you would think, just because they have 6 other ways of searching it. They have Small World and they have Signet Mining, which does mean it's still pretty easy to get Mathmech Circulars. You have like 7 copies, basically. That still is really bad though. Being limited does mean you don't have as much follow-up. You can't do circular plays every single turn. But I think Mathmech will still be fine. It just hurts their grind game. Monkey Board could probably come back to 3 and it wouldn't do anything. Honestly, I personally think if you just took off all the Pendulum cards from the ban list, they still wouldn't do anything, just because the way that Pendulum decks are built, they just can't compete with decks nowadays, because most Pendulum decks are pretty hand-intensive for their combo. But yeah, Monkey Board coming off is probably going to be fine. Next up is, I forgot what Soul Piercer? I think Soul Piercer is this one. Soul Piercer coming off is coming to 1 is pretty bad for Super Heavies, right? Because it's the main consistency tool. Because you usually just normal summon this, or like get it off of the new cards, and then link it off into Scarecrow to get a free search. Also, it's not once per turn, which is one of the bigger problems with it. NX Saber Invoker coming off. That's a little scary. I don't think there's any decks right now that could abuse the special summon effect, because it special summons any level 4 warrior beast warrior, if I remember the effect correctly. But yeah, no, this is probably the card that has the most potential to be used in some degenerate combo. I personally don't get why they took this off, but probably I don't think it will see play for now, just because there aren't any good warrior decks right now. But like in the future, there's huge potential for this to be abused again and just be banned again, because special summoning a level 4 warrior from the deck off of a rank 3 is really easy to do. This also means Speedroid Terratop can basically never come off the ban list, off the limited list at least. But yeah, let's see, scroll down. This is Purrely Sleepy Memory, and then this one's this is Pot of not Generosity. I can't remember it, but it's the banish 3 or 6 to excavate. But that's the pot being limited is understandable just because it is way too strong of a consistency tool. You can digging Seek Steep for just 6 banishes off the extra deck, and unlike Extravagance, you get to choose, so it's not really a cost because there's a trade-off. You do have to make a decision on which extra deck cards you just don't need for that duel, but it's usually not a huge cost. But yeah, it was way too strong at 3, just too much consistency. Purrely Sleepy Memory. This is a pretty big hit, right, to the Purrely deck. I know in the TCG they limited Sleepy Memory. Sleepy Memory isn't out yet, I don't think. They've limited Delicious Memory, which really hurts the deck. But this is still a pretty big hit because that means you have less access to the new Purrely XEs. That's really good. That does the bouncing, I think. But yeah, that's a pretty big hit. And lastly is Runic Fountain to 1. I think it was previously semi-limited, or was it just at 3? But Runic Fountain to 1 is actually not as big of a deal. It is still a pretty big deal for Runic's mainly Runic decks that are just mainly Runic and not just Runic as splashed in as an engine. For those decks, some people have been running one fountain instead of 2. But yeah, I don't think this is a really huge hit for decks that are using Runic as just an engine. It doesn't hurt the recyclability of the Runic cards and the drawing, but it's still a pretty decent engine, I think, even with that one. Next up, semi-limited. They're taking out Market Knife off? Okay. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Dark Warrior might be decent. I think Malicious is still at 2 though, so probably not, but still. That's still scary. Warrior combos have enabled some degenerate stuff in the past, and they still continue to, because none of the cards are actually banned. That's way too inconsistent. But with Armageddon Knight coming off to 2, this is kind of scary, especially since it's not once per turn. You can loop Armageddon Knight a lot. This is the Superheavy Samurai the motorcycle, whatever. It's a new card that increased the consistency of Superheavy Samurais. It coming to 2 is a slight consistency hit. It doesn't hurt as much as the Soul Piercer hit though. But in combination with the Soul Piercer hit and the other hit, it's probably a bigger deal. Next up, Meow Meow Mew coming to 2. And then Black Dragon also going to 2. I think these ones were at 3 before, right? So semi-limits don't really matter in the case of Meow Meow Mew. I think people do run 3, but losing 1 copy of it is still fine. Yeah, that means you can still do the combo twice per duel, which is still enough. But yeah, no, semi-limiting it doesn't make sense. And neither is semi-limiting Black Dragon. The super heavy hits hurt the Earth Synchro deck more than this Black Dragon semi-limit. 2 copies is still enough just because it's incredibly searchable, because it's searchable off of a rank 4, which is accessible from the extra deck. So yeah, this is not a big deal. And cards coming off. So Ancient Fairy Dragon, completely fine. It has an errata that you can't loop it more than once per turn. So most people don't play more than 1 copy. Foxy, no, that's not Foxy, that's Gazelle. Salamangreat Gazelle coming off is completely fine. Salamangrates don't do anything too strong. Let's see, what else? Are you just Skuldred? I mean, it's not doing anything, so I guess it's fine to take off, but it's still not having multiple copies kind of enables FTKs slightly more. So I'm not too sure about that one. Then again, OCG did ban all the Canyon Soldier adjacent cards, so I guess that's fine. This is the Satellar Knight Primer? I don't remember. I don't remember this Satellar Knight. I know what it does. It has a turn skip if you have 12 materials, and it ranks up into a rank 5. I think it was already at 1 before, so it coming off to 3 makes sense just because it wasn't doing too much at 1. Next up, Steam to Cloak coming off complete, that makes sense. No one's using Steam, especially with Hawk banned. And Thunder Dragonhawk is probably fine. Pure Thunder Dragons are not super great in the OCG, I don't think. But yeah, that's probably fine. Tenki. Tenki was hit at all? It might have been semi-limited. This is probably fine. I don't think there's any... I don't think Tri Brigades are gonna like storm the meta at all. We kind of power crept a little bit past that. And Nadir. I think Nadir was limited. I don't remember why it was hit. Because I don't think Dogmatica was really that good. But like, this coming off is fine. Dogmatica as an engine is okay. It's not gonna make Invoke Dogmatica come back, really. And lastly, Spellbook of Judgment to 3. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, overall, it's an interesting ban list. They could have just killed Scarecrow and be done with super heavies. They might think that would be too harsh of a hit. But yeah, I think most of the hits were good. I think some of the unhits were kind of suspect, kind of weird, you know, especially MX Saber Invoker. I'm not sure what they're thinking with this one. MX Saber Invoker and Armageddon Knight are the 2 cards I'm most scared of for them coming off. But it's not going to really matter for Worlds, because Worlds takes the combination of the harshest hits from each ban list. So these are probably still not going to be legal for Worlds quite yet. But if they're not doing anything to OCG, we might get them in the TCG unhit. But yeah, that's it for today's ban list discussion. Comment down below what you think of the OCG ban list. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.